What if I told you that the very glass of milk you've been drinking faithfully for years might actually be slowing down your muscle recovery after 60? Strange, isn't it? Because for decades we've all been told, drink your milk for strong bones, strong muscles, a strong body. But let me ask you this, have you noticed that even though you drink milk every day, your muscles just don't feel the same? Maybe standing up from a chair feels harder, maybe your arms shake a little when carrying groceries, or maybe climbing just a few stairs leaves you more tired than it used to. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, so many of my patients over 60 have asked me the exact same question. Doctor, I still drink my milk every morning, so why do I feel weaker? And that's exactly what we're going to uncover today. Because here's the truth, milk is no longer the miracle muscle builder we once thought it was, especially after 60. In fact, in many cases, it can leave you feeling bloated, sluggish, and not getting the strength your body really needs. But don't worry, I'm not here to take away your hope. Quite the opposite. I'm here to share with you a smarter, gentler, more effective drink you can use instead. One that's easier to digest, kinder to your body, and much more powerful for rebuilding muscle at this stage of life. And I promise you this isn't something exotic or complicated. It's simple, it's accessible, and once you understand how it works, you'll wonder why nobody ever told you this before. Now, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. William Harris. For more than 35 years, I haven't just been a urologist. I've dedicated my career to also studying nutrition and overall health in older adults, helping seniors not only live longer, but live stronger. Over the years, I've sat across from thousands of fathers, grandfathers, and husbands men, just like you listening as they quietly admit their deepest worry. Doc, I just don't feel strong anymore. And I get it, because at 65, I felt those changes in my own body too. That's why I'm here today, not to tell you that you're just getting old, but to show you that you still have choices. Aging doesn't mean losing your strength. It doesn't mean giving up your independence. It simply means your body now requires a smarter kind of care. That comes from the right nutrition, the right movement, and the right daily habits. So let me ask you again, what if your morning glass of milk isn't giving you the benefits you thought it was? And what if, by replacing it with something else, you could stand taller, move more confidently, and rebuild muscle faster? Would you want to know what that drink is? And would you want to know how to use it properly so you're not just drinking it, but actually seeing real results in your body and energy? Stay with me, because in this video I'm going to share with you why muscle loss speeds up after 60, why milk often fails to solve the problem, and most importantly, the simple replacement drink that truly makes a difference. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, practical solution you can start using tomorrow. So are you ready to discover it? 1. Why muscles weaken so quickly after 60? Let's start with a simple question. Have you noticed that the things you used to do without a second thought now feel heavier, slower, or more tiring? Maybe it's standing up from a chair. Maybe it's carrying a bag of groceries. Or maybe it's just walking up the stairs and realizing you're out of breath halfway through. Now, here's what I want you to know. That's not laziness. That's not weakness of will. And it's certainly not because you've somehow let yourself go. What you're experiencing is something called sarcopenia, the natural, age-related loss of muscle. And here's the tough truth. After 60, the process speeds up dramatically each year. The average older adult loses about 1 to 2% of their muscle mass over a decade. That adds up to a dramatic shift in strength, mobility, and independence. I remember a patient of mine, George, 72 years old. He looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I don't understand. I drink my milk every single morning, just like I've always done. And yet, here I am, struggling to climb the flights of stairs. My legs just don't feel like mine anymore." And George isn't alone. I've heard that same story from countless men and women in their 60s and 70s. So the big question is this: why do muscles shrink so quickly even when you think you're doing the right things? The answer is layered. First, your hormones shift. Testosterone in men and estrogen in women drop significantly, reducing your body's ability to build and maintain muscle. Second, your ability to absorb protein declines. You might eat or drink plenty of protein, but your body doesn't process it as efficiently as it once did. And third, many people naturally become more cautious with movement as they age. Less exercise means less stimulation for your muscles, and when muscles aren't used, they fade even faster, which brings us to milk. For decades, Milk was marketed as the ultimate solution. Strong bones, strong muscles. But is it really doing what you think it's doing after 60? Why milk often fails older adults? So let me ask you another question. Have you ever felt bloated, gassy, or uncomfortable after drinking a glass of milk? If you nodded, you're in good company. Because here's the reality. As we get older, our levels of lactase, the enzyme that helps us digest lactose, drop significantly. What does that mean? It means that for many older adults, milk doesn't get digested properly. Instead of fueling your muscles, it can leave you with stomach cramps, bloating, or even diarrhea. And here's the kicker. Even if you tolerate milk without too much discomfort, the protein in cow's milk isn't always absorbed optimally in older adults. So while your stomach feels full, your muscles aren't necessarily getting the building blocks they need. This is why I often challenge my patients with this simple question. If milk was really the miracle food you think it is, then why are your muscles still shrinking even after drinking it faithfully for decades? It's a hard pill to swallow because milk feels safe, it feels familiar, but sometimes familiarity doesn't equal effectiveness, which begs the question, if not milk, then what? 3. The smarter drink, a gentle yet powerful replacement. There's where things get interesting. For many of my patients, the answer wasn't more milk, but a different kind of milk altogether. Plant-based options like soy milk fortified with protein, or in some cases almond or oat milk with added nutrients. Let's talk about soy milk in particular, because it's one of the most effective replacements I've seen. Why? First, it's rich in plant protein that's easy to absorb. This means your muscles actually get what they need to rebuild. Second, it's lactose-free, so no bloating, no stomach upset, no digestive discomfort. Third, soy contains isoflavones, natural compounds that gently support hormone balance, helping your body maintain both muscle and bone strength. Science backs this up. Research from Japan showed that older adults who included soy milk in their daily routines, along with light exercise, maintained stronger muscle function compared to those relying solely on cow's milk. And I've seen this firsthand. Take Linda, 68 years old. She came to me frustrated. Doc, every time I drink milk, my stomach just feels heavy. I don't feel energized, I feel weighed down. I suggested she switch to unsweetened soy milk and to toss a few walnuts into her morning routine. 2 months later, she told me, with a smile, I can walk through the park without feeling like my legs are jelly. I don't feel weighed down anymore, I feel lighter, stronger. That's the kind of transformation a small switch can create. For how to use this drink the right way? No. Let me be clear, simply swapping your milk for soy or almond milk isn't a magic bullet. The how and when you use it matters just as much as what it is. So when's the best time to drink it? In the morning, right after waking up. This jumpstarts your metabolism and provides protein when your body is primed to use it. After light exercise, whether it's a walk, a few bodyweight squats, or some resistance band work, your muscles are like sponges after activity. That's the moment when protein gets pulled in most effectively. And how can you make it even more powerful? Add a handful of nuts or seeds, walnuts, almonds, or chia seeds. These add omega-3 South and healthy fats that work with the protein to fuel muscle repair. Pair it with a fiber-rich breakfast like oats, berries, or whole grain toast. This keeps your blood sugar stable and helps your muscles actually utilize the nutrients. I'll never forget another patient of mine who followed this exact routine. He said, Doc, I never thought something as simple as swapping my morning milk could make this big of a difference, but I feel steadier on my feet. I don't worry as much about falling. I even feel more energetic when I play with my grandkids. And that's the point. It's not about a miracle, it's about smart timing, smart pairing, and consistency. 5. Common mistakes people make. Of course, not everyone sees results right away. And do you know why? It's usually because of a few common mistakes. Drinking too little. If you only sip a tiny amount, your body doesn't get enough protein to actually repair and grow muscle. Skipping movement. Drinking protein without using your muscles is like pouring fuel into a car that never leaves the driveway. Your muscles need to be activated to take in the nutrients. Choosing the wrong type. Many plant-based milks on the market are loaded with sugar. That extra sugar can cause weight gain, raise your blood sugar, and undo all the benefits you're aiming for. So my advice is simple. Choose unsweetened, protein-rich soy or almond milk. Pair it with daily movement. even something as gentle as a 20-minute walk. And make sure you're consistent. One glass here and there won't cut it. Do this right, and you'll feel the difference not just in your stomach, but in your strength. 6. The long-term benefits. No, let's zoom out. What happens if you make this small switch and stick with it? Imagine this, your muscles stay firm and strong enough to help you get up from chairs, climb stairs, and carry groceries without fear. Your bones benefit from the added nutrients, helping you avoid fractures and osteoporosis. Your digestion feels lighter. You no longer dread that heavy, bloated feeling after a glass of milk. Most importantly, you feel more confident, steady, and independent. Because let's be honest, independence is priceless. The ability to move through your day without relying on others for every little thing, that's what keeps your spirit alive. And yes, something as small as switching your morning drink can be a building block toward that independence. You see, strength doesn't always come from big, dramatic changes. Often, it comes from the smallest choices we make every day. Even something as simple as the glass of milk you drink in the morning can either hold you back or become the key to helping you stand taller, move more steadily, and feel like you're still in charge of your own body. And here's what I want you to remember. Your body is not betraying you. It's simply whispering, asking to be cared for in a different way. Not the way you did 30 years ago, but in a smarter, gentler, more intentional way. You have the power to answer that call. So let me ask you, how do you want to spend the years ahead? Do you want to feel tired, breathless, and unsure of your steps? Or do you want to walk confidently, climb stairs without fear, and play with your grandchildren with energy and joy? The truth is, the answer lies in the little decisions you make each day. And replacing that morning glass of cow's milk may be one of the simplest yet most powerful changes you'll ever make. I've seen the transformation in my patients, and I believe you can experience it too. Nothing is too late. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80, your body still has an incredible ability to adapt, to rebuild, and to regain strength if you give it the right support. So let me say this clearly, your age does not define you. You do not grow weaker just because the number on your birthday changes. You only grow weaker if you convince yourself that you can't change. That's why tomorrow, when you walk into your kitchen and reach for the milk carton, I want you to pause for just a second. Ask yourself, is this really the best I can give my body right now? Or is it time to give it something better? If you're still drinking cow's milk every day, type a 1 in the comments. If you're ready to try the smarter alternative we talked about today, type a 2. I'd love to know where you are on this journey, and I want to walk alongside you as you take your next steps. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like it. It lets me know this message mattered to you. Share it with a friend or a loved one, because who knows, maybe this one small shift could change their life too. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe so you and I can keep having these conversations. I've got so much more to share with you. Simple habits, powerful insights, and practical steps to help you stay strong and confident after 60. Because here's the truth, you are not alone in this journey. There are thousands, even millions of older adults just like you, looking for ways to not just live longer, but live better. And today, you've taken one small but important step to join that movement. So don't wait. Your health, your independence, your joy, they're all built on the choices you make today. And you have everything you need to begin, because aging is not the end of your story. It's simply the beginning of a new chapter, and you get to decide how that chapter is written.